What is good, cloudy people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam, switching sides on the homies. No more Xbox Live game chats, cause when that PS5 drops, I'm about to cop. I know some of y'all may be Xbox gang, and I have been my whole life ever since the 360 dropped, but for reasons we'll discuss in the video, I just got to go to the PlayStation side. And in addition to such a story that relates to Trippie Redd and Quavo from the Migos, today's video will be an exclusive episode of Baba News that I'll be doing every week or so as we collect a bunch of smaller news stories from various rappers. But don't worry, I got some more Cardi news that'll be in a completely separate video today or tomorrow. I know some of y'all need your daily dose of Cardi crack. I can't be holding that itch from y'all for too long, or you'll be itching and tweeting at me with foam coming out of your mouth and shaving your canine teeth to be sharp like a vampire. But aside from all that, before we get into all the news stories that have transpired in the last couple of days, as always, the Bob Gang feature comment of the video is from Ryan, who said, "This song called Autopsy because Cardi died after Die Lit and couldn't release Whole Lotta Red. At least he died lit, and that's all one can ask for. But luckily, the flame on his entire body didn't remain lit after he passed away, and he turned into a vampire and thus is able to drop Whole Lotta Red soon." Whatever that means though. But back to the topic, we got hella Baba news from Lil Baby, 6ix9ine, Lil Yachty, Ski Mask, Lil Mosey, Trippie Redd, XXXTENTACION, and more. Let's talk about it. Okay, so to begin, last night Lil Yachty was reported to have totaled his car on an Atlanta freeway after hydroplaning after it had rained, and ultimately spun out and crashed into the barrier on the side of the road. Fortunately, Boat walked away without any major injuries. However, as we can see from the Ferrari, he ain't driving that anytime soon or likely ever again. A Ferrari is nothing to Lil Yachty though, as he probably already cashed his advance money from the release of Lil Boat 3 this past month. But something to note is that this red Ferrari is the exact same car he used in his music video shoot with Playboi Carti for his Split/Whole Time track. At least he got to expense the car for business purposes in the music video, so not too much loss. If I were him though, I'd simply just shoot another music video with a new blue Ferrari to write off of my taxes as well. Mask the Slump God has finally risen from the trenches and likely releasing music very soon. In fact, he should have a music video dropping within the next week or two after teaming up with the legendary Cole Bennett and Lyrical Lemonade, as they have in the past for iconic music videos such as Baby Wipe that blew Ski Mask up to the mainstream in the first place. But the significance of Ski dropping is kind of similar to Uzi and Cardi in that he hasn't released any solo music since like 2018 with Stokely, which I believe was due to X and Juice both being taken from him, so he took his time to get his head right. In regards to the actual music video though, Cole Bennett previewed one of the scenes in the music video on Ski Mask's Instagram story and mentioned it would be a bit controversial, by which he is most likely alluding to the burning of the Confederate flag in the background in correlation with the Black Lives Matter movement ensuing currently. The video will probably get hella views due to the political charge tied in, and therefore may invigorate some hype for Ski to finally drop his next album. Hopefully Juice WRLD makes it onto the track list so the evil twins tale continues. As you may or may not know, Lil Baby has been selling like crazy in 2020. In fact, I believe his album My Turn has officially become the most streamed album this year so far. And I guess Walmart saw how much Baby was making and wanted to get a slice of that sweet baby pie, and they literally listed his branded 4PF chain on their website for roughly $70. I almost copped, not gonna lie, even though I never wear jewelry, only my ball sack ring that's hard to take off ever unless I'm in the shower. But I bet hella goons bought it before the Walmart product went viral, trying to rock it on their IG story, acting like they jumped Lil Baby to soak up them sweet clout tokens, all for a $70 investment. It all backfired though for Walmart and the goons, as Lil Baby responded on Twitter simply stating, "Walmart got me up." Shortly after, Walmart took the product listing off their site after probably already making tens of thousands of dollars in just one day. But all jokes aside, I just want to give y'all a little lesson on how Walmart's website works, and that it's almost synonymous with Amazon, wherein almost anybody can list their own product on Walmart's website. Walmart will obviously get a cut of the revenue, but all Walmart does is give them a platform for people to search their product. Therefore, it probably wasn't actually Walmart that listed the 4PF chain. However, Walmart should have also known to perform due diligence in checking all products as to not copyright infringe or whatever. But in other news, Baby might be featuring on a new track by Lil Mosey called Back At It, by which part of Mosey's verse or chorus leaked via Music Snob blog.
habits. She fell in love, she want slide, she like a lean addict. She like that nigga, they goes from me, said I'm so good at it. I'm on the move, I'm in the tropics, yeah, I'm back at it. I'm in the booth, I make a meal, still want all the static. Hop in a Rolls Royce, I'm sliding through all the traffic. She got a fat ass, I'm trying to focus, she all plastic. I'm a rich and you can't talk.
And then fans Shazam the song to confirm the title was in fact back at it, but also to discover that it included a never heard before Lil Baby feature. Now the XXXTENTACION portion of this video may be a bit controversial, so all I'm going to do is present the information and let y'all form your own opinions, because in all reality the court will be the final decider of how X's money and estate will be distributed. But to give a brief summary of the previous video explaining the situation, essentially X's mom Cleo is being sued quite literally by her own son, well, half son, as he was birthed by a different mother, but either way he had the same father as X, so he was still blood to X and labeled his half brother. X's half brother Corey, with the help from his blood mother, is suing Cleo for withholding his portion of 25% of X's estate worth over $11 million, which they are arguing was explicitly written by X in his will. But as mentioned earlier, Cleo has not given them any money since X's passing, and furthermore is being accused of colluding with X's baby mama to cut Corey out of his portion of his money. With all that being said though, the only information we had in the last video was that X's mom publicly announced a statement that they already attempted to sue her for the same allegation and lost, meaning Corey was not in X's will to be owed any of the estate, because if he was, the court would have easily granted Corey his ownership in the 25%. However, now we have received an alleged excerpt from X's will, and I say alleged because it's not confirmed real, so evaluate in your own mind what you believe. But in this photograph it clearly states that Corey is listed as a descendant of X that is owed a portion of the estate. The court shall decide if it is real very soon though, so stay tuned. Pretty much all other music news organizations are reporting on 6ix9ine finally earning his first #1 single on the Hot 100 Billboard with TROLLZ, so I'll keep it brief. But goddamn did this dude get hyped. I mean, I think he went outside upon hearing the news and a rabid squirrel, because he's legit foaming out the mouth and flexing his chest in his reaction video on Instagram. I mean, I know how fun it is to pop champagne bottles, but man's need to keep his composure. Hasn't he heard the saying, act like he's been there before? Now, according to 6ix9ine, academics, and other insiders, the reason 6ix9ine is so hyped with going #1 is because he went against all odds to actually achieve the unachievable, and that after he snitched, he hasn't received any Spotify or Apple Music playlisting, nor do any radio stations play his records. And frankly, an artist nowadays can practically go #1 just by simply running up those two facets of the Billboard calculation. But since he didn't have any of that, he had to rely solely on his own fans to buy the record, stream it to the oblivion, and beat their meats to Nicki's Tiggle Bitties while watching the music video all day in order to get #1. I'm not the biggest fan of 6ix9ine's music, but I do like a good underdog story and fake boobs, so props to him. Can't wait for all the shenanigans from him this week on Instagram. And lastly, ironically, the arch nemesis of 6ix9ine, Trippie Redd, gets upset that Quavo was sent the new and unreleased Crash Bandicoot PS5 game, because if you are a true Trippie fan like myself, you would know he has a deep history of references to the old PlayStation game in his music and jewelry. According to Trippie and his response to Quavo playing the game and shouting out Crash Bandicoot, he claims he spent $500,000 on his Uka Uka chain, which is the overarching nemesis of Crash, and Aku Aku, the masked spirit that follows Crash around the game, if you didn't know. Not to mention, one of my favorite songs by Trippie back in the day on his A Love Letter to You 2 album samples Crash Bandicoot's whoa 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 sound when he loses a life. But aside from all that, let's get a little preview of the classic game and the fall of the Xbox due to PlayStation revamping all of the throwback games. All I need after this is Sly Cooper on PS5, and I'll drop racks on the console without even worrying.
Y'all know I love from Crash Bandicoot. It's about time for the next one. Sorry y'all gotta wait till October, but look, I'm gonna put y'all on, show y'all a little sneak peek. Let's get it. Oh, double jump, oh, spin, splash, ooh. Let's go, baby, let's go. We'll hang with the big brother. Nice. Oh, yeah. Cool. Slippery, man, I made it there. Oh my goodness. I beat the board. I beat the left.
Bruh, I might as well take a dump on my Xbox at this point. All the games getting stale. But as I was saying, Trippi responds because he got jealous that he, the #1 fan of Crash Bandicoot, didn't get a copy before it released too. Maybe Trippi isn't the world's biggest Crash fan though, because Quavo got the Aku Aku chain to match, and Aku is the good mass spirit.
Guys, I'm appalled. I am appalled. Growing up, my favorite game was Crash Bandicoot. Right now, hands down, I have the biggest Crash Bandicoot chain. I got Uka Uka. Huge as fuck. I paid $500,000 for my chain. Why am I not playing the motherfucking game before it come out? Shout out my dog Quavo. Cause that crazy. Like, damn. That's my favorite all-time game. And I'm not playing it early. Crash Bandicoot, we gotta do some talking, bro. We gotta do some talking. Real talk. Because I've been supporting for years. My first huge ass chain, Uka Uka. $500,000. Crazy. Crash Bandicoot. This song has 20 million views. With you at the beginning of it. I can't believe it. And I'm not playing the game early. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Luckily, Crash Bandicoot saw Trippie Redd's stories and reposted them, most likely confirming that Trippi will be receiving a copy very soon in the mail. Now, I gotta figure out how to get hella clouded like Trippi and Quavo so I can get a free copy, but I guess I'm getting one of the new Pokemon games on the Switch tomorrow to hold me over, so it's all good. I can wait. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, jumping off my apartment balcony yelling whoa, so my engineer can use it as a sample in my next Whole Lotta Bob song. Actually, the next song got a feature with another YouTuber of a similar size to me, around 40 to 50K, so it's about to go off. You already know. Whole Lotta Bob bumming 2020. Let's get it. Let me know in the comments if you're team Xbox or PlayStation, just to make sure I'm making the correct move. Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description if you with it. Peace out, cloudy people. Know what I'm saying?